sometimes my charger can act a bit weird if you just heard that. So don't worry about that.
Made it another day in the Commonwealth. Lucky us.
Well, this pipe is doing something.
I've checked and rechecked everything. I think the signal interceptor's ready to go. Are you?
Shouldn't we test it first?
Not with a single frequency code. The second you arrive and the Institute figures out which signal we hijacked, they'll change the code, and we're locked out. This is a one-shot deal. So what do you say? You ready to give it a try?
Let's do this.
All right. Head up onto the platform and we'll see if I can find a signal to lock onto.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
You wanted to get into the Institute, right? Well, what are you waiting for?
I'm getting there. What's up with his hair? Looks like he's balding.
Let's see. Relays dialed in. Beam emitters warmed up. Everything looks green. Let me start scanning for the signal. Cross your fingers. I'm inputting the code now. Wow, there's a heck of a lot of interference and ghosting. It's gonna take a minute or two to lock in. By the way, this little trip you're taking is a heck of an opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. I put a clever little program on this holotape that'll scan their network and download anything it finds. If you place it in any terminal down there, it'll do the rest. Bring it back to me and I'll see if I can make sense of whatever it found. Well, well, looks like we have a winner. RF wave capture complete. Ramping the emitter. 60%, 80%. Emitter spiking but steady. All that's left is to throw the transmit switch.
Look at all these wires.
Transmitting in 3, 2, 1. Stay safe, soldier.
My eyes. I never get used to that. What was it called?
Damn it, Scribe. I told you I
Oh.
didn't want the...
Why the heck are they making us record this?
Some also had fun doing that. Trying to find it. No, it's gone.
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
Where's Shaun? I got 38. 500 plus times by 38. What's that?
I'd to the Institute.
I have
This
9,000,
is the reality of the Institute.
19,000 crowns.
These people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable.
I don't
I'd like
know.
to talk to you about what we can do for everyone.
They're not.
Effectively. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Like above ground's unstable because of you guys. You're causing a lot of. You're causing most of the issues. Like the Commonwealth is so scared of rebuilding because they're afraid of it. It's going to be destroyed. Then, like the next day. You destroyed most of what they accomplished over the course of like 100 years. A lot of the Commonwealth, way before the Commonwealth was rebuilding, the Institute destroyed it all. Like the Commonwealth made a somewhat made a government, and it collapsed. It collapsed in itself. Like the cities and stuff got together and started to help each other out until they invited the Institute, and the Institute since decided to just destroy all of that. And when you say like, well, like it's all hectic, it's because of you guys. It's because the Institute like severed ties. Like cities were friends. Now they became the warring over each other for years. Like there is you're destroying the technology that could the rebuild the entire Commonwealth and to rebuild it from scratch. You're destroying tons of documents of a military government terminals that could actually help the Commonwealth to rebuild. They could start using the cars again. They can start using all those materials. They can start rebuilding the buildings all over again. They can start doing all of that if the Institute wasn't around. And with Shaun the Institute, it allows this, and with Brotherhood, it allows this protection to happen where it's getting rid of all the useless people, this being the super mutants, the feral ghouls, and some of the synths that are going to destroy all that. Shaun?
Shaun?
Huh? Yes, I'm Shaun.
Shaun, is that really you?
Shaun? Is that really you?
Who are you?
Shaun, it's me.
I got a shiver.
I'm your mom.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Shaun, Daddy's gone, but I'm here. Mommy's here now.
What's going on? Father? Father! I don't know you. Go away.
I'll kill him for
Father!
this.
Father, help me! There's someone here. Help me!
Who is Father? Where is he?
Who is Father? Where is he?
Father? Father, help me! She's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
What's up with all their hair?
S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Father, what, is that your name? Your title? This is insane. All of it.
This is insane. All of it.
The degree of trauma you're experiencing right now is understandable. Please, just try to relax. I know this is all difficult to take in.
God, what you're missing is teacups and the white rabbit.
God. All we're missing are the teacups and the white rabbit.
Ah, levity. Excellent. A sure sign that you adapt quickly to stressful environments. But I need you to
My
realize
characters,
that
me.
this
50-50.
situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far and suffered a great deal to find yourself.
There we go.
Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you after all this time. It's me. I am Shaun. I am your son.
Bullshit!
Is it? After all the things you've seen and experienced in the Commonwealth? Think about it. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the sun you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy.
How does he know that?
You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality, and here I am.
So he
raised
got.
by the Institute, and now its leader.
So Shaun got taken away in 2276. So 67. My bad. Damn. Hell of a story, but I'm guessing.
Hell of a story, but I guess it does make sense.
I'm glad you're willing to accept the truth. It's quite encouraging. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine.
It's
So
possible.
they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
Human synths, really? I think I can see where this is going. Yep, you lost me. I don't see the point of any of this.
Yeah, you lost me. I don't see the point of any of this.
You don't see the connection. Let me try to explain. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
So technically, so technically, my character is technically a grandmother for thousands of Sims. God, child payment's gonna be a bit of a bitch.
60 years. So much time. Wasted.
I know. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway? Killick was, let's just say, was more complex than you might think. He was a murderer. He killed your father.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's viciousness.
Why exterminate him? Ceased operations
Institute
from
technology prolonged
forever.
his life and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
What they could have done was say, Kellogg, you're no longer on our just told Kellogg to go into a room and kill him outright. Just kill him and drag his body out and just dispose of it. Like,
Are you following?
shut up. Like, made it so it would gas would knock him out cold, and you euthanize him so he was no longer a threat. Done. You put air into his systems. Done.
So, you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
But, director? Why you?
I was the most qualified for the position, obviously. I've lived my life within these walls, dedicated to science like every other member of the Institute. My hard work has paid off. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time.
Nope.
What else can I say to ease your mind?
I think I've had enough now. Your father, he will never see you grow up.
Your father. He never got to see you grow up.
Yes. What happened to him was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems what happened to him was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again.
No.
I know there's more for us to discuss.
No.
But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of some, and now...
Maybe... I don't know. This is so much to take in.
I know, and I am sorry. You have been through so much in such a short time. The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've...
I don't know what to do.
I realize that. It's why I'm trying to help you. I hope that you can see that rationally. The Institute is the only thing left in the world that is worth being part of. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
I'm going to lie.
All right.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home. You want to introduce... And finally...
Okay. I just lied my butt off to my own son, but I didn't give a damn's worth, because that's something I still have to get back into again, because I totally forgot about that. I'm not even kidding. Like, everything you just saw me just say and do is genuine. I'm not even kidding. I actually did forget a lot of how this game is. So, yeah. There's a terminal right here. So much folders around here. And the toilet seat will go straight back down again. I don't know. Should I betray the... Let's go up and see what's up here.
Call this a clean floor? Are your visual receptors malfunctioning? Can you not see the grime and dust? Don't make excuses. You're clearly defective, and I intend to report this. Perhaps after you've been disassembled, we can use your components to make something that's actually useful. Spend enough time here, and you'll be sick to death of the word synth. I certainly am.
Do you want
to report, ma'am?
Do you want to leave?
Scanning unknown identity. Clearance confirmed.
These synths, well, the ones like these ones aren't.
Welcome to the Institute, ma'am.
Like, say like these type of synths are made from us, from our DNA. So, yeah, think about that when you play this game. Like, think how much.
I've heard so much about you. What a remarkable story.
Your face is so weird. It's a really weird. Can you use the shower? No, you can't. Interesting shower.
You know the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office, does he? Well, you can tell him that I intend to speak to Father about these unannounced security sweeps of yours. Ransacking my quarters in the middle of the night is totally unacceptable.
I'll pass along your message, Doctor.
See that you do.
If you need medical attention, see Dr. Volkert.
Reporting status. All functions normal.
SRB.
Are you seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to knock some heads together?
What now?
They're dragging their feet on the targeting package upgrades.
We're all looking forward to working with you.
Maybe I should take some courses with me.
Always be vigilant. We have
don't.
many enemies.
There's enough friction as it is between us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me, Alana? My methods get results, and they will this time as well. You'll see.
The Directorate should take the synth escapes more seriously.
Courses on the hunt are relentless. If you see one, you should stay out of its way.
Oh, I plan on doing that. You know, like all of those crows you see around the place? Yep. This is it.
Just heard from robotics. Sounds like the Corsair upgrades have been rescheduled for next month.
Great. That's just great.
Entire Commonwealth. All these, the highways.
Just had a sighting near Poseidon Energy.
Remind me who's covering that area?
Pretty sure it's X755.
Dr.
Send
Orman's
orders
lecture
to
on cold
investigate and
fusion
pursue.
was nothing short of a revelation.
What the hell is that?
You're here. Glad you made it.
What the hell is this?
Excuse me.
Feels like this project has been going on for months.
What is that? Is that what kills the synths?
Got a fresh... Chit just north of the ironworks.
Remind me who's covering that area?
Right now, just X271.
Send orders to investigate and pursue. If you see any suspicious synth activity, report it immediately.
The Directorate should take the synth escapes more seriously.
Oh, it's literally the synths. Thing, yeah, see? That was our vault.
It's an honor to meet you, ma'am.
Those magpies you see are from...
Dr. Secord, I've just been informed that a Corsair in grid J12 has stumbled across a rogue synth completely by accident.
What model?
A Gen 3 designation S114. The report indicates that it has no memory of the Institute, or that it is a synth.
That unit's been missing for months.
Seeing as how this was not the initial target, how should we proceed?
Bring it back here for reset. We'll send the Corsair back out immediately
Has
after.
X576 checked in yet?
Not since the last report.
Let's hope we hear something soon.
Don't bother, by the way, don't bother grabbing these guns if you're in institute or not. They're useless, they're crappy. But anyway guys, I'm going to end this episode here.
At full capacity.
Hey guys, I'm going to end this episode here. If you guys want to see more of this, please let me know in the comments below. And as always guys, ciao for now. Bye.